Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. In the series that we are attempting to produce and help everyone to get a little bit more knowledge about what they're going through after a breakup, tonight we want to talk about why is it that you have a hard time to move on from your ex, and why is it that you think the ex was all that and you're having a hard time to go on other dates and consider others, and you keep reminiscing and coming back to what could I have done to have kept that relationship, what could I have done differently so she wouldn't have left, that you keep thinking about as if she was the best thing since sliced bread, or whatever your analogy would be. So let's discuss that. Well, there are many things that you can consider in understanding why is it that you have a hard time to move on, why is it that you think so highly of the ex. But the three of them are the key in order to do something about it so you can move on when you have resolved and dealt with these 3 points. One is the respect you have for her and the importance you feel she has. And the last one is the topic of conquering. Well, one of the reasons that it's so difficult for you to move on is that you have given certain kind of importance to her and you think of her as so important. Why? Why is it that you think she's so important? Because you're not seeing the whole entirety of her and how she reacted, treated, and interacted with you. And for some reason you have created this importance in her, and you think her importance is created in your mind due to her personal and her own accomplishments and importance as an entity, as a persona. But in fact, her importance, the source of her importance is in you. How? It is your desire for pleasure, desire for companionship, desire for the need that you have, which is intimacy, sex, and so on, the purpose of wanting to be with a woman. That desire is the source of her importance. Her importance doesn't come because she has accomplished amazing things in the world at whatever age she is in her life. Her importance is coming from your need, your desire for pleasure, giving her the importance. So the source of her importance is your desire. If you can understand the role of your desire in giving importance to your ex, to your girlfriend, then you will be more balanced in interacting with her or thinking of her so highly to give her such an important echelon that you have a hard time to move on from that state that you have given her, echelon that you have given her. The other one is respect. Well, you got to counter the respect that you have created in your heart about her all throughout this relationship. Now that you're not together, you got to focus on the things that happened, the things she did, the things that went between you guys, and therefore the respect that you have somehow for the reason again to seek pleasure from her, and your desire for pleasure has made you feel she's such an high-end and respectable entity, but that really stemmed from your desire for pleasure to get some, so you gave that importance to her, that respect to her. And because we are naturally selfish people ourselves, we think because I'm selfish, so I'm the best of the best, so I make my girlfriend the best of the best, so I talk highly about her to the others. I talk highly about her in my own mind because I'm so great. Therefore, I want my woman to be the greatest, so I make her to be the greatest. So I create that fictional character of greatness for her, and I give her that respect and echelon, and I fall into it myself. I believe it myself. So when she leaves, I feel, wow, I've lost someone so respectable and so important, where the source of all that respect and importance has been me, my own need and my desires to make her so all that great, because through that I would prove that I am great. So that means I have sacrificed in the process of selection, I have sacrificed the qualifications in order to get my pleasure. So the desire for pleasure has caused me to close my eyes in the shortcomings of her and focus on one thing or the other that makes me excited about her, in intimacy with her, and therefore I have forgone about being so fussy about the qualifications and content of her consciousness and bonding on consciousness level, and I have accepted the fact that for me to be intimate with her, I have to simply accept whatever it is that turns me on. So therefore, I didn't go through the process of qualifications to see who she really is, her entirety, her persona, and I simply shortcutted and gave her all the credentials that I needed my girlfriend to have to her without her proving to me that she has them, and therefore I did not see what I should have seen in the selection process. So my excitement and enthusiasm for intimacy and having a girlfriend and fulfilling my need, whatever it was, caused me not to properly qualify her at the selection stage, which ends up in being in a relationship with a person who's not really qualified, but is qualified in the department of desire for pleasure, because she would give me the pleasure that I want, and I only focused on that and forgone the rest of the things that is important for a relationship to have a good foundation. And lastly, the reason that doesn't let us go forward and go on to the bigger and better things after a breakup is that feeling of conquering, that we men are somehow have been given this genetic code that I should conquer this woman, and her affirmation and her wanting me affirms my manhood. And in general, I just don't like to be refused. I just like a woman to approve of me over anybody else. And even though if she doesn't have the qualifications that I need, even if she doesn't have the looks that I need, even if she doesn't have the fitness that I need, but yet I am programmed to want her to choose me over any other person. That's a bit of selfishness, we all know it, but it's also a program that most men have, that we must be the conqueror. Therefore, even if she is not qualified or offering the things that we actually want in our girlfriend, but still we want her to want us. And if she doesn't, the woman that we actually don't think is qualified for us, if she doesn't want us or moves on, we seem to feel hurt, or we seem to feel the need to have her back, even though she's not the right girl for us, and we know it. So you need to, in your mind, deal with the fact that she's no longer important, and the reason that she was important because you gave that importance to her because your need for fulfilling your desire with pleasure. So you got to take that importance out, away from her, from the image you have made of her in your own mind. Take the importance away by thinking about her actuality and her real persona and how the interaction with you went, and see it as it is, rather than perceiving it as you wanted her to be, to fulfill your own selfishness and your egoistic behavior and interests or needs, and then take away the importance that you have given her by again focusing on her qualifications or lack thereof, and seeing her entirety as in her actuality. And then, of course, dealing with the fact that I don't want to conquer something that is not qualified. I would like to go and conquer the ones that are actually desirable because they meet all my requirements and standards. And then I would maybe have a grounds to want to pursue that woman and hold on to it tight. But the fact that I'm programmed to conquer is not good enough to go after someone who's actually not qualified for me, doesn't meet my standards, but I still want to have it because I'm programmed to want her, even though not qualified for each other, just to choose me because I'm egoistic. If you deal with all these 3 points, then you can see it clear that she wasn't qualified at the selection stage, she wasn't qualified in the treatment, the interaction with you throughout the relationship, and she's not qualified right now after having breakup for the reasons that the breakup happens. And it's all because you have become the source of her importance and respect, and the fact that you want to conquer whatever there is to conquer, whether it's worth it or not, or qualified for you or not, or compatible together or not. And these 3 are the reasons that is holding you tight, not letting you be free and willingly and happily to go on after bigger and better things. Something to think about. Hope it will help you out on your journey to bigger and better things, and I'll talk to you soon.
subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind-that-seeks-truth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.